The dog in. Not a bad boozer, that's alright. Oh, you went dogging? Jesus. Bit of a dark horse you, Steve, aren't you? Fair play to you, though. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Not a Fellaini though. How are we everyone? Kev Ashford here, United stand. It is time for VANCAM. Back again. A few weeks on a row I've been on this now. People seem to think it's alright, so I've decided to carry it on. This week we're playing Hull. I'll touch on that in a bit. Give you my analysis and all that. I've spent most of my week trying to compile my dossier, which people wanted back, so I'll give you the brief summary later on of that. This week there's been a few stories. What I want to touch on first is Jose Mourinho. Now, in a way, I mean, I used to hate Mourinho when he managed Chelsea, but it's because he was a winner. But if there was one thing, it was his press conferences. Oh yeah, what a tune. His press conferences, all the media were up his arse, weren't they, big time. They hung on every word he said, and they just loved him. He could do no wrong. Come to United now, and you do get the impression that it's not that love affair anymore. And I think this is how it shows how much United are hated. And the example I'm going to use is, look at that lad over the road, Guardiola. He's the new darling of the media. He can do no wrong. But the example of what I use is Bastian Schweinsteiger, right? Mourinho has took belters for this from the press over in Germany. How can you treat Bastian Schweinsteiger as a World Cup winner? You know, his brother comes out saying, you know, no respect. We're not respecting him. And then across the road there, Joe Hart. I mean, have you ever seen anything like that? I can't think of a player who has been such an integral part of a team. The fall from grace has been, it's mega, innit? And Guardiola's just decided, no, I don't want you, I'm going to sell you. He's been the first team keeper there for God knows how many years. And there's nothing in the media saying that Joe Hart's been treated unfairly. In fact, if anything, Guardiola plays him in a nothing game in the Champions League. They're already 5-0 up. And they're saying what a classy touch by Guardiola to name him in the team and as captain. Baffled. He played him in a nothing game. But yet, on our side, Jose Mourinho's getting stick for not playing Bastian Schweinsteiger, who is 34 years old or whatever, coming to the end of his career, best days behind him. Joe Hart should be coming into the prime of his career at 29. He could play for another 10 years. He's obviously devastated, the poor lad, isn't he? Anyway, enough talk of the Blues shit anyway. Well, where all that come from then? As always, I mean, VANCAM's not scripted. There's no live audience. It's whatever comes out in this, whatever it comes up to 10 minutes goes out there. Only take one take, me. Phil Jones. Touch on Phil Jones. Apparently Arsenal are after him. But Mourinho don't want to sell him to Arsenal because he don't want to strengthen a rival. I don't think you're going to strengthen him, mate. He won't even get in the team. Just get rid of him. I'm being a bit harsh. Bit harsh. I do think Phil Jones has got potential, and you know, he's courageous. He can throw himself into tackles. I once seen him throw his head into a ball that was on the floor against Arsenal. That's courageous for you. Well, either courageous or he's just not wired up properly, is he? Maybe he's just off his tits, actually, isn't he? But, you know, you need that in football these days. Somebody who's going to throw themselves into challenges and that. I don't know if Phil Jones is going to be able to get back into this team now. Bailly, whatever you call him, he looks a player. He looks top-notch. Been well impressed with him, the way he's fitted in. I can't remember the last time a defender's taken to the Premier League, a player that's not played in the Premier League and has just walked in and been able to adapt to the pace of it so quickly. You think of Jaap Stam, he got absolutely torn to pieces by Nicolas Anelka in the Charity Shield that year in his debut. it took him a while to adjust, but Bailey's just walked in. He's just having the crack, ain't he, that lad? He's just having a laugh, running round, taking balls off people. He's already bullied Jamie Vardy in the Community Shield. I like that. Love it, me. Love it. Kevin Keegan on VANCAM. Yeah, but Phil Jones, I think if they can get a decent enough price for him, I would. Do you know what? Really, I'd like to see a loan deal, because I would like to see Phil Jones, you know, come good at United. I think he was probably overhyped slightly. You know, Alex Ferguson and Sir Bobby Charlton coming out with comments throwing him about that he could be the new Duncan Edwards. It's not doing the lad any favours, that, is it? It's just piling more pressure on him at an early age. Maybe he could become that. I have very much doubts of. Duncan Edwards was some player. So if he could become half the player he was, then fair enough, Jonesy lad, fair enough, fair enough. That's about it for the... I can't think of anything else to touch on this week. Comments last week, somebody picked up that, well, they're obviously late to the party, they've probably not seen VANCAM before, but said that I look like Teabag from Prison Break. Nice one, mate. It has been said before, I'm sure it'll be said again. Comments were top notch as always, mint, proper happy. I think there was only one that just said your shit, but they spelt your, you know, Y-O-U-R. I'm not being the grammar police, but it does peck me head, things like that. You know, if you're going to have a dig, at least get your spellings right, because you're just opening yourself up, mate. But he come back then and said that he actually enjoyed it. So he said I was shit, and in the next breath said that, yeah, it was alright, and he's looking forward to this week's. Other comments were, yeah, they were alright, just saying how much they like it, which is good. Somebody got in touch, actually, from BT Sport. I thought it was a joke myself. I know you're probably all laughing and waiting for the punchline or thinking it's a joke, but they want me to do something for BT Sport. Got in touch. Not really decided yet what to do. Don't know if I'm ready for that yet. See my big horse head on the big screen. No, I don't. You just don't know, do you? There's options, innit? I'm a busy man. If I'm not working, I'm drinking, so I'm just enjoying myself. We'll see anyway. I've got to get back to him on that one. And yeah, Hull this weekend, 5:30 kick-off, decent time, not going, so obviously I can dig into the pub, a few pints with the lads, watch the game, and yeah, good kick-off time, 5:30. So we've been waiting for it. The Filofax, the Louis van Gaal Filofax. Get that shit out of there. Yeah, the pen is out to make myself look like I'm doing something like Louis van Gaal did. Yeah, so Hull, all week, extensive research, trying to get into the mind of the whole city, Hull City, see what they're about. Negatives, you know, positives. Where we can get at them, really, what we can do. But to briefly summarise it, Hull City, yeah, there's no point me going through all this. I mean, it's going to take me ages, pens and everything jumping out at me here. To summarise it, Hull City are a bunch of inbred charlatans. You heard it here first. Case closed. That's what I've come to the conclusion of. They are inbred. I've been to Hull many a times delivering stuff. People go around, they've got 6 fingers on one hand. You know, people are messing about with the brothers and the sisters. It's not on. It's not right. It's not big and it's not clever. In fact, it's against the law. So stop doing it. But I'll tell you one thing. If I can find the video and edit it in here, the one thing that really gets on my tits about Hull, I don't know whether you've seen this before, and the Premier League was just not ready for it. We've had half and half scarves. Big thumbs down, man. We've had goal line celebration or goal celebration music Do not like it. It's not big, it's not clever, it should not be in a football stadium. Hull City decided to bring to the Premier League a chant which just haunts me. I have nightmares about it. They take the lead against a team, I cannot remember who it was, I'm watching this match, and it cuts to the crowd. The crowd were trying to goad the away fans. How could you even goad the away fans with this chant? They were all turned to the away fans saying, "Mauled by the Tigers! You're getting mauled by the Tigers!" Holy moly, man! What is all that about? If I can find the video, I'll edit it in and... You will have just probably seen it, so you can imagine my frustration, annoyance at that shit chant. If that gets ripped out tomorrow at some stage, if Hull, Christ almighty, I hope it doesn't happen, but if they do take the lead and that chant gets ripped out, I'm getting on the first train to Hull, and there's some skulls getting cracked, man, because it's not on. Like I said, it's not big, it's not clever, and there's no place for it in a football stadium in England. That's the kind of chant that's American shit, that. You'd expect that kind of horse shit in the MLS. Mauled by the Tigers. And actions as well. Claws. Like they're actual tigers. Bellends. Absolute bellends. And that's why I hate Hull. I bet you were thinking before this preview, how could he possibly hate Hull? The fact it's in Yorkshire as well. That's why I hate Hull City. Tigers. But on the plus side, if there is a plus side, Mickey Phelan's in charge at the minute. God love him. He'll probably be there with his shorts on, pitch side, trying to get a game. Because under Fergie, he used to always sit there, didn't he, with his boots and his shorts on, in his 40s or whatever. He still thought he was going to get 5 minutes at the end of the match, but never happened. Good servant for the club, Mickey Phelan. Do like him, but obviously don't want him to win. Don't even want him to take a point. Mickey Phelan provided me with probably one of my funniest Man United memories, and I think it was United Chelsea. It was at Stamford Bridge. Cue the video.
Balloon. Keep your eyes on Sir Alex.
Comedy gold, that. Absolute comedy gold. Love that. Kevin Keegan again here. Love it. I love it. Oh God, how did I laugh that day when I seen that play back. Not laughed so much for a long time. What else? I think that's more or less it. Get commenting, lookalikes, whatever you want. Honestly, you can throw anything at the mix. I'm actually thinking, throw a few questions in if you want, and I'll try and get them in next week. It could be about anything. If you're having woman trouble, if you're trying to decide on a nice restaurant to go to, horse racing, you know, if you need a tip, just anything about life even. It doesn't even have to be about football. Get them in. I'll try and get a few jotted down for next week, and I'll read the best out and see if I can help you out, because I am a wise man. I've been around the block, and I could probably provide you with some kind of assistance in life if you require it. Follow the United Stand, The Stand. Like the video if you just give it a like now. If you're liking it, because it's coming to an end, just click of a finger, give it a like. If you didn't, so sorry. Apologies. You're probably thinking this guy is annoying, he's a tit. If you have to give it a dislike, then boo. There's not much I can do, is there? If you don't like me, you don't like me. Yeah, subscribe, like, share, comment. You can follow me at KevinAshford7 on Twitter. And unless you've had a threesome with Michelle Keegan and Kelly Brook today, then it will be the best thing that you've done by following me on Twitter. Doesn't really get much better than that. Yeah, anyway, I'm drawing to a conclusion. The pen's going away. hope you enjoy and appreciate what I do for you, because apart from being a very busy man and working hard, I also have to do shit like getting the dossier, you know, and looking at the away team or the opponents and getting all that stuff together. But anyway, I'm gonna end. You're probably wondering why the hard hat is going on. It is purely for health and safety reasons. So as always, come on United!